interesting tips about using your different mouse keys when creating primitives. So for instance, let me select the sphere tool, activate it. When I control, click and drag with my left mouse button, I get a new unit cube. And when I use my middle mouse button now, and I have to make sure that I am between the handles of my sphere. So I'm going to click the plus key to make him a bit bigger. So when I am between those two handles and when I middle mouse button click now and drag out, I have created a duplicate. If I click outside that plane of the handles, I will actually duplicate it and I can interactively scale it. So when I pull these down, you see I have again a duplicate that is not the same size anymore. And again, when I middle click between those two, I will create a duplicate like I had active the last one. And another interesting thing is when I use my right mouse button now, depending whether I click my right mouse button and go up and down or left and right, I will adjust the sides and the segments. So when I right mouse button click and drag up, I'm adjusting my segments. And when I go to the right or to the left, I'm adjusting my sides. Of course, both sides and segments happen at the same time. So if you move your cursor diagonally, you will adjust your sides and your segments, so it's not always that straightforward, but you could approximate it with your right mouse button, and if you say, okay, I want 30, is fine, and 10 segments like that numerically. And again, if I am in that plane, middle mouse button click, and probably I was not really in that plane because I have one that is a bit bigger, so it's not always very easy to make sure that it's an exact duplicate. This one isn't also an exact duplicate. I saw it. You see it's a bit bigger. So I have found that when you are between the Y and the X axis, and now with your cursor middle click and drag, and again it didn't take. So don't know what is going on here or how you actually should move it or use it. Maybe it's best to click when you are towards the center between the Y and the X, middle click, and now it duplicated it perfectly. And again, of course, there are other ways of duplicating geometry and positioning it, but this can be an interesting way to rapidly populate a layer with different geometry. And again, when I right click and drag up and down, or to the left or to the right, or diagonally, I adjust my sides and my segments. So just wanted to share you. Hope you find it useful. Bye for now.